Welcome back to Drumline here at Spry Stadium. Getting it done, obviously, because Wake Forest has got a 1-0 lead over Clemson and has not allowed a single shot for Clemson. 12 shots for Wake Forest, 0 for Clemson. Of those 12 shots, 3 have been on frame. Of course, 1 as a result of a goal by Arna's daughter in the 35th minute. With the scoreline so far, 1-0 Wake Forest with the lead. 5 fouls on Clemson, 2 for Wake Forest, and the offsides have been mounting up in the first half. 6 total, 4 for Wake Forest, 2 on Clemson. But of the 12 shots, 4 of those were by McNamara and 3 by the captain, Peyton Perea. Let's look at the standings again. North Carolina, look at all these ranked teams. North Carolina, Boston College, Duke, Virginia, Louisville, Clemson. And then you see Wake Forest at the 12th spot. But you see how they're jumbled up. If Wake Forest can somehow get 2 wins, a win tonight and, of course, a win Sunday, bring up the 4 wins. And seeing how things result with Miami, NC State. You remember that Wake Forest beat NC State. They did lose to Notre Dame. So just trying to fight for that 8th spot is going to be pretty tough. But again, just to show you how brutal the ACC conference is. There's the United Soccer Coaches top 25. Stanford alone at the top at 12-0-1. And Southern Cal right there behind them at 12-1-1. And the Tar Heels clocking in at number 3, the best team in the ACC. Wake Forest will face Carolina next week. Boston College, whose first loss of the season was to Wake Forest. That was 2 weeks ago when Wake Forest has lost 4 straight since. But it gave Coach Tony DeLuce his 300th career win. Penn State now dropped to 21. They were 5th when they came to Spry Stadium, and Wake Forest got the upset. UCF right there, 24-8-4-1, and Mississippi State rounding it off at number 25. Drumline, I don't know how they're keeping warm because it's getting pretty chilly here in the Triad last fall, and see how things fell into place for Clemson. There's Radwanski, the former UNCG player. Really very few opportunities. Wake Forest's defense has really shown up and stopping any type of attack that Clemson has had. 0 shots and pretty boring for Noni Frechette. Been able to keep Speckmeyer as well as Westlake off of the shots category and also get in the back of the net, both with 7 goals on the year. Wake Forest thought maybe we could get a PK there. Peyton Perea, one of her 3 shots she had in the first half. A beautiful misdirection header by McNamara, and there's the goal. Again, Arn Stauder almost could have dribbled that in. You see they just kind of got locked in by her knee. And Kyra went the other way. And dabbing it up here at Spry Stadium. Wake Forest, remember, are 5-0-1 when leading at half. And they're also 5-0-1 when scoring first. Well, they scored first and they're leading at half. As we get ready, about a minute left to go. There's the congregation congregating a little bit over there. They're usually there for guys' games, but they're here representing the women's team. You see the gold smoke. We're going to need some help as Wake Forest Demon Deacons going to need to get some big results here in the last 3 games of the season. Peyton Perea's senior day, the leader on the field and off the field, as one of her coaches said during the pre-game celebration of number 14. She's been a leader and a joy to watch up here in the press box for sure. And she will be missed truly here at the campus of Wake Forest. Clemson going to really need to get things going, as they have yet to try to register a shot. They're 9-6-0, 4-3 in the ACC, 2-0 on the road. But they're down here to Wake Forest 1-0, where they go to Virginia, Syracuse, and then get ready for the ACC quarters. So big matchups for them as well. See Wake Forest, Syracuse Sunday. That's a 1 p.m. game. It'll be broadcasted right here at the ACC Network Extra, and then they travel to take on the number 3 team in the nation, the Carolina Tar Heels, on October 25th. For they hope to continue their season, either a berth into the ACC tournament, or maybe just a berth into the NCAA tournament, or both. We'll see what happens. It's been a crazy season for sure for the ACC. In order to make the NCAA tournament, you gotta be 500 or above. Wake Forest has had a ridiculous schedule, clocking in at 25 in the RPI. How many ranked teams they have played this season. Really no nights off at all. As we set and ready to go for half number 2. And DeMarco gets possession right back. Krug comes up. I'm going to play it to Arnisdottir. Here comes Clemson. It's Courtney Jones. Gets past Hammond. We'll play it on the right side. Able to get past Ravenna. Tiptoeing the goal line, but it'll be out of bounds on a goal kick awarded to Wake Forest. And I apologize. Clemson will be taking on Virginia Tech at 1 p.m., not Virginia. And then they will again travel to Syracuse on the 25th of October. Ryan Brown moves into the middle. So as far as their schedule, it looks, even though on the road, advantage for them heading to Virginia Tech and then Syracuse. Three straight road games for them here at Winston-Salem, then Blacksburg, and then up to Syracuse, New York. Eleven of the 14 ACC teams are in the top 50 in the RPI, just again to show you just what type of landscape the ACC has to deal with. And Wake has or will face 12 teams that are in the top 50 in the RPI. Let's take a look at that foul. Was Feist got shoved off the ball. Right in front of the referee. And a free kick award. And there's a nice little ball right close to the 18. Trying to turn. This could be another shot and a goal. It is! It's... is it McNamara, Bailey Feist? Not sure. Pardon me, it's the freshman, DeMarco.
Number 3, G. DeMarco.
Able to turn. And she places it in the back of the net. Watch this again. Great skill by the freshman. And right there at the 6 mark, it just puts it in and makes it a 2-0 Wake Forest advantage. That's their 3rd goal of the year here in the 49th minute. And again, Clemson, will that be considered their first shot? Because they are without a shot. Wake Forest, that's their first shot of the night. Their first shot comes with about 41 and a half to go in the second half. Wake Forest pulls ahead 2-0 over Clemson as they try to snap this 4-game losing streak and a 2-game losing streak against the Tigers. Through ball, and Frechette comes off for a line and smothers it. And a good idea by Clemson to try that right side. And the first shot of the night for Clemson is by Speckmeyer. There's McNamara that's on the ground. Another free kick awarded to Wake Forest. Arnestadter again will take it. Lofting ball looking for McNamara. Ryan Brown just about tried to move it. And that left side of the net. Hit off her left side of her head. Tried to flick it on. And about made this a 3-0 game. McNamara to Ryan Brown. Just couldn't direct it the way she wanted. Again, same spot. Here comes Arnestadter. Perea. McNamara just trying to put a boot on it. "15 shots for Wake Forest as they lead Clemson 2-0. Clemson 6th in the ACC, Wake Forest 12th. Wake Forest knew the importance of this game coming in, and they have showed it. They've owned the possession game. They've owned it on the shot sheet and, of course, on the scoreboard. Header by Ravenna. Arnestadter goes down, but Clemson with it. No call. Slotting it. Here's a chance for Clemson to maybe get one. And great work by the back line of Wake Forest, and that was Hannah Bedford. The mind of a forward was able to cut that out because Clemson was right there with 3 players inside the 18. Would have very well made this a 2-1 ball game. But the sheet is still clean for Noni Frechette. Needed a big game from this back line, as well as the junior goalkeeper, allowing 12 goals in those 4 games that they lost after the Boston College game. They have not broken down at all tonight so far. Speckmeyer, Frechette comes out, scoops it up. Speckmeyer was right there and make a nice run. McNamara went hard on that one. going up against Renee Guillen. Bedford coming back and playing in the back, which she is a forward mind and got a lot of goals last year. Just kind of come back and played in the back. Ravenna puts it into space trying to find Arna's daughter. Looking at those standings with Boston College at 5-1-1. Their only loss was to this Wake Forest Demon Deacons team on this field. They got a brutal schedule with Carolina and Duke, both on the road. Clemson trying to figure out some way to attack Wake Forest back line. They might have a chance here. Trying to sneak back there on that left side was Renee Guillen. Not sure Speckmeyer was aware that that ball was right there in the vicinity of number 17. Ryan Brown. She got the start tonight. She continues on the pitch for Coach Tony DeLuise. She got the assist on the first goal to Arna's daughter. Feist trying to play Ryan Brown. The window was shut immediately. Clemson. Speckmeyer wide open on the left side. It's played over 10 minutes here in the second half. Wake Forest adds to their lead, making it 2-0. Those teams in the 3-win marks: Florida State, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, all with 3, and NC State with 2-3-2 in their record. And they've been ranked throughout the year, and they presently sit at 10th in the ACC. Bailey Feist trying to cut it back. Looks like she had to fix her boot. Going to throw in awarded to Wake Forest. The head referee is going to call time and allow Bailey Feist to fix her equipment. Bailey Feist, the senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, led the team last year in points and in goals. Got 4 goals on the year so far. But a big part of this Wake Forest team, especially on the attack. As McNamara getting into it. Not shy at all going against Sam Staub. One of the ACC's best. Clemson now. Cutting in two and just on that side net, but it will be slotted as a shot. So the second shot missed by Westlake. Put it on her left. And just hit the outside part of the net. So 2 shots now for the Tigers as we flirt with 30 minutes left to go in this contest. Feist trying to look for an option. She wanted to go line, looking for McNamara or Ryan Brown. Be out of bounds and a throw in for Wake Forest. Krug able to find Arnestadter. Hammond again moves all the way up. DeMarco got her 3rd goal of the season. Taken away by the Tigers. Kimber Haley, the sophomore, takes it away. And Clemson plays the right side. Speckmeyer trying to get past 2 defenders. That's going to be a tough task when you got Madison, Hammond, and Ravenna there. Not very even there. 15 shots for Wake Forest and just 2 for Clemson, and they just put that second one about a minute ago. 4 saves for McIver. Only 1 for Frechette on the night. Both even on the corner department at 2 apiece. 7 total offside calls. 4 on Wake, 3 on Clemson. And under 30 minutes to go. And this one, it's 2-0 Wake Forest trying to get to 500 as they sit at 6-7-1 on the season. Trying to get their 3rd win in the conference. Speckmeyer looks up, going to play Jones. Ravenna shielding it off. Jones somehow came out with it. Hammond fighting for it. No whistle, and then the flag finally is up. See Hammond hit the ground. Let's take a look at it again. Ravenna hits the ground. Watch Speckmeyer and Hammond go at it. 2 solid players. Whistle blowing on Peyton. Perea, she bumped in to the back of a Tiger. And a free kick awarded to Clemson. And here's the free kick. And right to the hands of Noni Frechette. There's Noni. Averaging about 5 saves, almost 5 saves a game. Ryan Brown going to try to move down the right lane. Makes a nice run. Bedford tried to play it to her. Those 2 were definitely in sync. Bedford lost it. And quickly Clemson moves it up the field. Speckmeyer now moves to the left side. I believe they tried to play her. Had too much pace on it. And Frichette's going to take her time with a 2-goal cushion. Syracuse taking on Virginia tonight as NC State and Miami tangle up. And a big one, which we'll try to check in with the Duke and Louisville game. Big games in the land of the ACC women's soccer world. Mariah Lee checks in for the first time tonight. Arna's daughter goes out. Mariah Lee got a big goal against Boston College. And about got the game winner for Estelle Laurier, who now jumps into the game for the first time tonight. She got the game winner. Long throw. Flick on. Wake, and Bedford gets tripped up. Clemson still with a chance. And a great block by Ravenna. Into the area and a volley and off the woodwork. Bounces and into the hands of Frechette, and looks like Bedford is down. So we saw her hit the ground right before that shot hit. Let's take a look. Bedford just trying to clear it. And she just got tripped up, and I don't know if she fell on her knee. But she's definitely in pain. And here's the chance for Clemson. Well played by Westlake. She about put her 8th goal in there with a volley. She played it the best way she could. You see Hannah Bedford on the ground. Get ready, August 2019. 2 giants, ACC and ESPN, combined to make the ACC network. So get ready, it's coming. In August 2019. And Bedford still shaking up over there. Trying to find some more scores. I'll definitely try to check in on the Duke game as they're taking on Louisville. And it is tied at halftime, 1 apiece, Louisville and Duke. Remember, Louisville is not ranked at 11-3. They came into Winston-Salem on Friday night and beat Wake Forest 2-0. Trying to get their 12th win of the year. They're tied up with number 10 Duke at Duke. And the Pack taking on Miami, leading in the second half 1-0 over the Hurricanes. There's Noni Frechette. Again, taking her time, got that 2-goal cushion. Got awfully close. Maybe seeing that lead go to 1 as a volley just couldn't get in the back of the net for the Tigers. Virginia leads Syracuse 1-0. That's into the second half. Again, Syracuse will be here on Sunday at 1 p.m. ACC Network Extra. The final home game the regular season for Wake Forest. Laurier trying to connect with Lee. Mariah Lee was able to get it. It was a difficult spot, but Laurier was able to complete it. Clemson in the attacking third. And the theft by Madison Hammond, she just puts it into space. Clemson Tiger goes down, I believe. Let's take a look at that foul. Looks like Peyton Perea just kind of got her right foot on it and knocked down Brooke Power. So this is definitely a dangerous spot. Maybe 3 yards outside of the 18. Clemson now has 3 shots on the night, trying to cut into this 2-0 lead for Wake Forest. Here we go. Curling and just off to the right. Had the right idea. Danny Antio about put it in. She tried to put a nice little curve on it. But far to the right. Fi's trying to play Laurier, and they cannot connect. And at halftime, the Hokies lead the Irish 2-0. That's an 8-9 matchup right there. Both with 3 wins, so that's a big game there. Up in Blacksburg, Virginia. Perea could not get that ball off, and it was taken away by Speckmeyer. And the Luz and the bench of Wake Forest are confused on what's going on. Assistant coach Jason Lowe and coach Tony DeLuz. Riley trying to split the defense and got tripped up. Riley, the grad student from Stanford, has got a national championship ring with a 2017 College Cup trophy. Our Stanford Cardinal sits at number 1 again. DeMarco. Great job again by my crew, as always, my A-team. Producer Everett Hutto, Anthony Greer, technical director, Kelsey Crook, Lindsay Hofferberg on graphics, always doing a stellar job. Carl Russell, Dave Fields, Topher Abbott, Gerald Vaughn, Hannah Schwab, Travis Pfeiffer, Wes Heileman, of course, J to the O, James Overstreet, the executive producer. Well done. Great job by my crew. Right at 20 minutes left to go in the second half. Wake Forest holding on to a 2-0 lead. Kept Clemson without a shot in the first half. Clemson had one good look with that volley by Westlake. And this half, they've been able to keep it somewhat down in their attacking third. In the first half, Wake Forest owned the possession and definitely kept it on their half of the field, or Clemson's half of the field. Clemson now with it in the midfield. Jones trying to get past Hammond. Hammond jockeying. O'Reilly comes out with it. Still down the line. Had McNamara in the middle, but she tried to tiptoe that touch line on the left side. O'Reilly, there she goes on the left side. Goes to work. McNamara making a run. O'Reilly goes down. No call. Thought maybe they might give it to her, but no call and a goal kick awarded to the Tigers. Four shots now for Clemson. Wake Forest checked in tonight, putting about 12 shots per game. They're well ahead of that at 15 shots so far
for the Tigers, number
here
11,
tonight.
Kimber Haley.
Kimber Haley checks in for Coach Eddie Rodwanski. Ball and another offside call. Very, very strict the ARs have been tonight for both teams. As Westlake called for offside. Two shots for her on the night, 2 of the 4. McNamara had a good look. And a very short window as he tried to put it on frame. Here comes Jones, going to keep it herself. Speckmeyer. Hammond comes back out with it. Possession back to Wake Forest as McNamara gets shoved off the ball right in front of the referee. No call. I believe she was waiting for that contact. Vicky Krug all the way down here. Lucky she didn't get called for a handball as Clemson now moves into the attacking third. Perea. Tried to play Mariah Lee on the left side, went out of bounds. Substitution for Clemson. Let's take a look at Wake Forest's real quick chance here. She had a small window, used her right foot and deflected off the Clemson defense. But a good look for number 7, McNamara. 16 total shots for Wake Forest tonight. And 7 SOGs, shot on goals for Wake Forest. Only 1 for Clemson. That's another shot. That's rolled in to the chest of Noni Frechette. Eight total offside calls tonight, 4 apiece. Wake Forest has been pretty dominant at Spry Stadium, 143 wins since the opening in 1996. Under Deleuze, they're 138, 54-16. Let's take a look. Here's the foul as McNamara is right over the top, right in the middle. McNamara is not shy at all. She'll put some contact on, and there's Clemson trying to figure something outside of the box, and there's a goal! And they make it 2-1 as it bounced around in the 18, and I believe the goal will be awarded to Julie Mackin. And she just popped it right over the head of Noni Frechette, but dangerous as it bounced in the air. And Clemson gets one back.
The Clemson goal scored by number 16, Julie McCann.
We have yet to see the junior and sister of Ian Harkes, Lauren Harkes, who plays for Clemson. Speaking of 16.
Now playing for the Demon Deacons,
It's
number
2-1
21,
with about
Brown.
14 minutes to go. After keeping Clemson off the shot sheet in the first half, Clemson has now put in 5 shots and has finally got one in the back of the net.
Now playing for the Tigers, number 25,
19
Olivia
total fouls
Morsell.
between the two clubs.
Coming in for Wake Forest, number 88, Hulda Arnesdottir.
Arnesdottir back in. Laurier goes out. Ryan Brown lost it. And Clemson, with some urgency, gets down the field. Bedford back on the pitch. Gets called for a foul on the goal scorer. Julie Mackin, watch this again. Both arms swinging, and she just hit the ground. A free kick awarded to Clemson. A chance to tie this thing up. In a very dangerous spot, and they know it. Can Clemson level this thing up? The free kick. Dangerous, punched away. Does it get in the back of the net? Does it cross the line? Clemson says yes, Wake Forest says no. Could we maybe get a chance to look at this again? We'll see. But Clemson had their hands up as if it crossed the line. And Wake Forest survives. Clemson thought they found the equalizer. The line judge was there, did not show any indication that maybe it crossed the line, but it was such a dangerous ball. That's my producer, Everett Hutto, saying that he's got a good look, and he does, as always. Awfully close. You have to get really on top of the goal to take a look to see if it crossed that line. But you saw Frechette come out and try to punch it away. Kind of did not punch it the way she wanted. And Clemson just about tied it up. Here's a better look. Let's take a look. Off the knee. It's a tough angle, but it looks like it's on the other side of that post. But now we've got some more confusion as referee, the head ref, goes over to the table. You see Radwanski a little bit animated over there. As the head referee now chats with the head coach on his 8th season at Clemson. You see they're pointing at the scoreboard. I believe they saw the replay. There's the scoring summary. Arnersdottir got it to go. Got things going here in the 35th minute, their second goal of the season. DeMarco with a third, the 49th minute. And then Mackin got one back in the 76th minute. That's her first goal of her 2018 season. And we think, well, what Clemson thought might be the equalizer. And you see Clemson pointing in the direction of the scoreboard. This will be an interesting call by the head referee. Sergio Gonzalez, as Clemson is definitely motivated after getting one back. As Wake Forest might have just survived a huge blow there. And the tension begins to rise here at Spry. It was awfully close. Frechette came out, and it was off the knee of a Clemson player making a nice run on the far side. And it was cleared away, but Clemson was protesting that it had crossed the line. Here comes Wake Forest. DeMarco over the right side. Keep it at her feet. And they went for the double team. So Clemson's going to try to hurry it up as the clock now under 11 minutes. Down 1 goal. Clemson looking for their 3rd win on the road in the ACC. They're down 2-1 to Wake Forest. Wake Forest was ahead 2-0. Brown. Look for the service on the ground. Oh, that was a great idea again by Ryan Brown in the run by, I believe that was McNamara. But able to time that run perfectly to hit the near post. And Ryan Brown put it on the ground. The chance to get number 3 on the scoreboard for tonight. But here's Clemson into the 18. And head referee Sergio Gonzalez is going to call time. I believe he's got a yellow card going into the area of an old gold and black player. Looks like he's looking at Peyton Perea. And the captain gets a yellow on her senior night. Deacons trying to hold off Clemson. Up 2-1. Under 10 minutes to go. Long throw in and inside the area. Well played by Madison Hammond. Slide tackle taken away. They'll call a penalty, a foul on Clemson. And a yellow card this time awarded to Clemson. So 2 yellow cards back-to-back, 1 for Wake Forest, This one for Sam Staub, both on the seniors. She gets a yellow. Just take a look at how the slide tackle just a little late. See Coach Tony DeLuz with his hands up.
Clemson yellow card, number 15, Sam Staub.
So in the 81st minute, Sam Staub gets one. Right after Captain Peyton Perea got one. As you can feel the tension again to rise between these two teams. Wake Forest at 12th in the ACC and Clemson at 6th. Clemson trying to hang on to keep the invitation to the ACC tournament, and Wake Forest trying to move their way in to one of the 8 spots. Throw-in awarded to Wake Forest. Florida State pulls ahead at Pittsburgh 4-0. That's in the 85th minute. A long ball trying to find the right channel, looking for a handball, and they'll get it. And a free kick awarded to Wake Forest. Sam Staub, second in the ACC with assists at 8 in his senior campaign. Gets a yellow card here tonight. As the clock now at 7:14. I'll try to check in on the Virginia Tech Notre Dame score here in just a second, as a long throw in awaits for the Tigers. Gets into the 18, headed away, but it'll be a corner kick. Yet another chance for Clemson to maybe tie this thing up. Clemson's put now 7 shots here in the second half. They actually lead in the shots category here in the second half. A nice ball, and then off to the left of the frame. Wake Forest with just 4 shots here in the second half, and a good look for Speckmeyer. She was right there and had a chance to tie it. Bailey Feist goes down. She was waiting for it. Gets the free kick. At least she wants a card. You hear the fans kind of wanting that too. Yeah, knee a little, definitely late on that one. See the frustration on Bailey Feist's face. Krug now puts this one deep into the air. Great footwork by Bailey Feist. Beautiful ball. She had Arna's daughter and maybe DeMarco. Clemson has definitely woken up here in the second half. keeping Wake Forest just to 4 shots here in the second half. They now have 8. Down by 1 goal. Hokies on top 2-1 against Notre Dame. Trying to clear it. And Wake Forest does. It'll go out of bounds. Let's see if this is a corner. They say nope, it'll be a goal kick. Under 4 minutes to go. Wake Forest hanging on 2-1. And down goes Louisville. Duke beats Louisville 2-1. Hammond, well played, and she'll move it up to the left side. Pull it back here. Wake Forest now 3 minutes away from ending their losing streak. McNamara. Nice block there. That'll go out of bounds as Clemson hurries to get it in play. Head ref Sergio Gonzalez says to back it up. Artist daughter. McNamara just trying to hold possession and let that clock tick, as there's about 4 Clemson Tigers surrounding her. Ryan Brown was in a great position to stop that one. Couldn't quite finish it. Here come the Tigers, trying to get up over the back line of Wake Forest. And Ravenna just clearing it. McNamara plays Arna's daughter. Here's Wake Forest still trying to just play possession as the clock ticks slowly. Creeping to 1 minute. And Noni Frechette goes up and over, tangled up with Speckmeyer. And the head referee is going to call time and ask for assistance. Let's see. This was really close to making this a tie ball game because Speckmeyer was right there. But a great job by Noni Frechette, which we've said many times this year. There's great awareness, able to come and meet the ball, come off her line, and keep it a 2-1 ball game. Six seconds until we get to the minute mark. Clemson still upset, which they thought was the tying goal, was not allowed. referee talking to head coach Eddie Radwanski. And we're set. Just about a minute to go. Can Clemson tie this thing up, and can Wake Forest break this losing streak? They played really, really well tonight, especially in the first half. Dangerous as Arnestadter almost had an open net. Ryan Brown and Peyton Perea going to play it up and over and trying to find Feist, and Feist couldn't hook it back in. Free kick is now 15 seconds left to go in this match.
9,
Here comes the countdown.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
The last chance for Clemson, and it's just off to the left of the cage, and Wake Forest survives. Wake Forest finally moves to 500 at 7-7-1, and their third win of the ACC. They hand Clemson their first ACC road loss. And what a finish, as it was a little too close for comfort and for Coach Tony to lose. They dominated in that first half with 12 shots and keeping Clemson at 0. But Clemson came roaring back as expected and put up 8 shots and only allowed Wake Forest with 4 on the second half. But Wake Forest was able to hold strong, and they get a big win, and they snap their losing streak as they get ready for Syracuse. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on ESPN family of networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Ty Collins. We'll see you later.